Hi, good evening. Hi, Gagan. Hi, P Hacker. Good evening. So we still have a few minutes. I don't know why my screen is not coming up. Can you all see my screen? Hi, Nilesh. Good evening. Cool. So I hope you all had a great weekend. And now it's time for do some work. We still have 2 minutes. So hi, Vivek. Hi, Srini. Hi, SSL. Hi, Vani. Hi, Mr. Agarwal. Good evening, everyone. So in last few weeks, it was really like final breakout of the market on the higher end. So we'll see where we are heading towards now, because I think my important level was 42.60 to 42.77. That's up. We closed above that. Most likely we are going towards 43.27, which was the previous high. And then we'll see what's going to be the next move. As of now, I think we are in a pretty good shape. A little extended on NASDAQ for sure, but NASDAQ on Friday showed a glimpse of little cooling off. So, hi Anna, hi Falcon, hi Kevin, good evening. I still have 1 minute. The interesting thing was that Friday morning we talked about, and I mentioned that yes, if we look at the S&P map, right, heat map, come on closer. There were only a few stocks which did not move on Friday. And I expected that the tech may take a backseat, and it did. And all the other stocks were like to move. So if you see 1 day move, right, you will see it was across the board. Russell was up 3%. NASDAQ was kind of flattish with respect to it. UNH, JP Morgan, Visa, Crude, Procter Gamble, Costco, Home Depot, BA, Caterpillar was majestic. I did not expect Caterpillar to just break 2 to 5 in span of 1 day, but it did. So all in all, there was a good market participation. And if you see the screen, there was the market breadth was really, really good. When you have this kind of a day, it shows the strength in the market. And never ever try to short this kind of a market. Yep, energy also moved because these were lagging. And once a stock which were lagging, because NASDAQ, you can stretch up to a certain level. Then those stocks need some level of consolidation or breather before their next move. So I think from last week, we had excellent move in the tech. Now tech is a little on the back seat, especially on Friday, and allowed all the other. And you see, there was no sector rotation. The money was not coming out from the tech. The money was pouring into all these different sectors. So it was definitely not sector rotation. It was a bigger participation where like people found that, yes, these stocks have not moved. So most likely they should get some better valuation kind of value stocks. And now they got pushed. With crude news over the weekend, let's look at the crude because that will decide a few things for the energy stocks. So it's not like super straight, but I think 2 days back, somebody asked me about crude. It got right bounce from that 67.75, which is again a 23.6 Fibonacci level. We bounced right from here. We opened a little higher. I think we may do a back test of 34 EMA. And then I think we're looking towards 76 if we can. So crude will be an important factor in the next week or so. So let's get started. Futures have opened, and if you see, finally the DMI, it is neutral. It was negative until a few days back. The neutral is pushing a little higher. So S&P has some wiggle room to go up, because once it broke out, it will have some more strength. So we'll scan a few stocks which will fall under the category, and then based on that, we'll try to find out the levels. All right. Anybody who has their charts, anybody who wants to discuss, please come forward. I'm not going to entertain anybody who's going to simply ask about a stock. If you have a chart, please come forward or share your views. I'll be more than happy to help. But if you are just here to ask a stock specific review, then it simply shows that you are not interested in learning, but in spoon feeding. All right, let's start from the scans. And people have asked me this open high low question millions of times. So before I start anything, I'm going to entertain that. So in my hacker, I'll share when you will come to that point. So this is the open high low scan. People need to understand that once a price is open at 9:30, that open price does not change. Your high or low can change, but open price. I don't know why people get stuck with the phenomena that yes, 9:45, there's a 5-minute open, 10-minute open. I have never gone into that. It is the 9:30 open time, which is always there. So you can create this scanner by simply going to a custom. And when you go to custom, it will simply ask you these conditions. You can add a condition, choose the price, choose the open price is equal to, same thing, choose the price low. That's it. If you do this, save it, you will have one condition. Repeat the same process for high. Once we do that, choose any instead of all and save this condition. Once you do that, you will have a scan ready for this. Now you can run this scan at about 9:40, 9:50 because initial 5-7 minutes, if there's a break, then it's fine. But if it is not, then you will have ample opportunity. Like look at this example. At 9:30, the BA price was 210 and the low was also 210. And throughout the day, it went on to make 215. It gave you ample opportunity. Same thing for lows, 205, 205 went on to make 210.30. Even SPX, 42.1.01, 42.1.4241.01. If you see something similar by 9:40, if you see open and low are same, just go long. If you see open and high are same, go short. It is as simple as it can be. If you want to complicate it, it's your headache. But if you cannot understand this simple rule, then I have serious concerns. Like if you cannot check at 9:30 if the open and low prices are same, then there's something seriously wrong. People are so confused about this because first, nobody's focusing on what I'm saying. They'll try to emphasize and be like innovative and try to check it on 5-minute, 10-minute, and this time frame. There's no time frame here. It is simply the open price. Open price and close price for a day remain constant. They do not change. Once they are there, once they're there. High and low can be changed throughout the day. So it is simple price action. Okay. So let's move on to the scan for inside day. So inside day, I'll just explain one more minute. Inside day is a candle pattern where you have price consolidating between the range. So this is, let's say we have a candle for, let's call this is a Friday candle. This is a Thursday candle. Then we have the Friday volume, volume for Thursday, and then volume of Friday, VF. Okay. Now, in this case, high of Thursday, this is the condition. High of Thursday should be greater than high of Friday. This should be lower than this. Low of Thursday should be lower than low of Friday. That is the second condition. Third, volume of Thursday should be greater than volume of Friday. Once you have these three conditions, 1, 2, 3, this is called an inside day, where the price action or the candle is within the previous candle, the volume is within the previous candle. You can use this on any time frame, but preferable is a day and a week. And they are very nice breakout or breakdown patterns. So keep an eye on this. Like for example, Netflix has inside day. So it's on our mark. So we'll check on inside day on Netflix. Crowd also has it. UPST has it. So all these tickers are simple to evaluate once you know that they are breaking above the range from Friday. If they do, or from Thursday, if they do, then there's an opportunity to follow that direction. Okay. So I'm going to make a note on Netflix and crowd. I have Netflix in my list. So it's inside day. Inside day. Crowd. Let me see if I have crowd. No. Then let me just increase the time frame and go to a inside week. So Google is inside week for sure. Google is consolidating in last 2 weeks. So it's a make or break for Google this week. Either it will break out or break down inside week. We will see what happens. UAL, Zoom, CMG. I don't want to go into them. So these are inside week. So one important thing was Google. So I picked that up again. I'm only scanning in my watch list. I'm not scanning across the board. So if you want to ski across the board, you can go there and look for all symbols. That will become massive. Like if I go here and choose inside week, I will have to then filter out the market capital. See these companies. I have ZH, ZT, Zoom, ZTech. There'll be like 2,800 companies which will come into the list. So it becomes very difficult. So it's better if you want to choose your own watch list. You can go here by scan in personal and go into your default. That will be your watch list. So I have 16 of them. All right. Then I am going to scan on bullish candle patterns. They are on the daily time frame. I'm looking for a hammer, morning star, morning dodgy star. So if I see anything, so there's nothing like that here in my watch list again. Let me see on a weekly time frame. If I get anything on the weekly for bullish patterns, ITSI is right there. So ITSI we can check. ITSI was something which we discussed on Thursday or Wednesday night. And since then from 81, it moved to 86. So it's really, really good. Now look at some bearish patterns. If we have any against style with day, no response. So increase to weekly time frame. Nothing. So all in all, this is our watch list, and we have AMD. I think somebody was checking on AMD, NVIDIA, Snow. All of them are there. We have ITSI and Crowd as well. All right, I'm pretty much good to start my work. So let's start and see what's happening with ES. If you have any questions, keep on posting your questions. I'll specific to the tickers. I'll be addressing them one by one. But if you have some basic questions, I would recommend you to please Google them. It's easier. So on ES, right? We are in this regression channel and we are moving towards higher. We have broken out above this range, 4190, and we are now moving towards the previous high, which was set up in August. So that is an important target area. Now we broke above this range of 4260 to 4277. And this should become now extremely good support. Now, support meaning that in case if we come down here, we should get a buying opportunity in this situation. 61.8 Fibonacci is usually a very strong Fibonacci level. So it should provide a reasonable support. But in case we go down and we lose 4260, only then I'll be a little bearish. Bearish in the sense that market can cool off. The market is breaking out across the board. So it is not bearish at all. But bearish in the sense, if you want to be aggressive seller, you can sell here for 4200. But right now, the market sentiment is really solid. It's positive. And my stop loss is 4260. So I want, if we can dip, buy and dip 4175 to 4180. If we do that, or if we get an opportunity to come in this range, 4177 to 4277 to 4260, I think this will be really, really good opportunity to add longs. Okay, so in this, and let me add one more thing. Just to show you visually, I'm adding volume profile. Usually I do not keep volume profile, but I'm going to add it just to emphasize what's the, let me just volume profile. Show plot for details. Yeah, this is my volume profile. Now, in this volume profile, you will see why I took this, because you see there's a good consolidation which has happened here. Extremely good consolidation. Till the moment we are above this area and we finally like broke into this zone, 4270. And you see there's not significant volume in this area. So usually when you have a base and you have a shallow volume profile in this span, it just passes through very quickly. Okay. So I will not be surprised if we hit 4395 pretty soon. But keep an eye. If we are coming back, that will be a good back test and that will be a really, really good opportunity to go long. This market is not bearish at all at this time. Again, things can change on every daily perspective. There may be something which comes out tomorrow. I don't know. But as of now, this looks really solid. And if I cancel the right extension, I have 4327, which is from previous high, 4277, and then 4395. I expect we should simply go through this area pretty quickly, pretty nicely. Okay, so positive target is 4327. Once we break that, 4390, 95, yes. 60%. Breakout above important resistance of 4260. And if you convert this into a weekly candle, right? You will see this, that this was 43.27. We're almost near to it. And if we draw, it's coming something like this. W. Okay. W is a bullish pattern. So we just need to be watchful that yes, if we can hit 43.25, then we should see at least few hundred points again. That's why I wanted to show you this on the weekly candle. The market is really, really bullish. There's ample opportunity in the market. So even if you have not participated until now, wait for a good opportunity and just follow the process. You will be able to get into a very good trade. All right. Do not feel missed out at all. Coming back to the one-day candle, and I'm spending a little bit more time here so that you can all clearly understand. And these are the volumes which happen. And these are like price level where the low and high prices gone into this. All right, so that's positive side. So neutral, I'm reducing it to neutral. If I have to sell something, I will sell below 42.60. And my 40%. Right now, as I said, 41.93 is something. If I'm holding 41.93, that's where I would feel comfortable to say, yes, I'm confident to short. One important thing which can happen, which I have a 0% doubt, if it could be a fail breakout. I really doubt on that. I expect this move to continue unless something nasty happens. There's no stopping of this move as of now. So unless and until something nasty happens, I don't see this failing at this time. 61.8 Fibonacci level is a really, really important level. And we are breaking above that, which gives me a like enormous confidence that yes, this rally has legs. All right. So in case it goes down, 42, I would say 42.40 and 42.16. 42.40, 42.16. It's a back test of 12 EMA. In case it get rejected, my stop loss should be 42.77. So it should be 42.75 to 42.80. So again, the buy on dip regime is there. Do not try to fight this. The momentum is positive to neutral. There's no short as of now. Okay, let's move on to NQ. Now, NQ, one important thing again, like I am emphasizing, look, good consolidation happened here between 13,600 to 12,900. But in the last few legs, there was hardly any transaction. So if we lose the momentum, there's a potential we can quickly slide and do a back test. And why I'm saying so? I'm saying so because tech has moved a lot and there may be some profit booking which can happen. There's no harm in profit booking, like once we have like clear one directional move from 11,000 to 14,000, 2,500 points. So if there's a profit booking, that may happen. So I'm not worried about that, but it gives you an opportunity that yes, there are potential cool off period coming into tech. So be very specific on tech. So tech is right now not making newer highs. It is below that 14,627. Right now, I would say there's a potential to cool off in tech. So tech wise, I am a little short. I will say neutral to short because ESM positive. I would like to short this if I lose the middle of this candle. So if we see the open was 14,494. So let's make a note, 14,494. And the close was 14,587. 14,587. So roughly 100 points. Okay, now the middle of this will be 50 points. So if I lose 14,540, I would love to do a sell on Nasdaq, not right now. This is called a piercing pattern. So even if you see it is red, I'm not going to entertain a sell here. I'm going to mark. And if you see very clearly in the last two candle, the candle which is on 30th May and candle which is on the 1st June, they kind of got resisted in this range, 550, 540. So that becomes an anchor for our stop losses. So right here, every time when you're trading, make sure you define your stop loss first, because that will give you confidence on what needs to be done and what needs to be not done. So for both cases, 540 is your stop loss. Sell below this number right away, and you should be able to hit this red line, which should be 14,495, which is the closing area of this and the open area for this. So 14,495. Oh, let me just clear this. 14,495. A good area. And again, I don't see too much movement in tech now. 14,437. But it doesn't mean that it has lost its move. It is still positive, but cool off is always better. Once you have a good big move, it's better to wait, sit down, and then move. Expecting some cool off. And the 12 EMA is significantly lower. So 78 back test should be really good. In between, back test of 78.6% fib should be good. So this was for the negative side. So let's make it red. Positive side, nothing. Again, 60-40 ratio. Sell right here. And buy, I would say, again, in the dip. Like right now, if you want to buy, you should buy 14,560 to 80. No, 14,435. I'm writing the wrong levels. 14,495, 14,435. On the higher side, I think 14,600 is one area where we could find, and 14,835. So 14,600, 25, which is the previous high, 14,838. So in case it holds here, consolidates here, good opportunity 14,800 on Nasdaq. Again, I'm expecting some cool off. So if 1430, 435 comes in, I'll be taking a long try here on Nasdaq. Triple Q is exactly like Nasdaq. Same thing, it broke out and now it's holding about 78.6 Fibonacci. Again, if we can come here and take a support of this candle, again, I do not want this candle to become a red candle like tomorrow. Then it becomes an evening star. Evening star is like when you are at the top, it defines a change of trend. So if we have an evening star, then this becomes negative. Look, this is the morning star where we had a change of trend. We were coming down, we had a doji, and then we see massive move up. So evening star and morning star are really, really important. So keep an eye. If it makes the evening star should start like below 351. So I think this should be supported in case there is a dip. Otherwise, we could actually dip bigger. Same thing on NQ. If we lose 14,435, which is the Fibonacci level right here, 78.6 Fibonacci level, this belongs like 351 on triple Q, 351.65. Then we will hit 14,121. So probable 2% down move is right there. But this will be a really, really exemplary position to go long. All right. So let's make levels for triple Q. Same thing. I expect some cool off looking at the middle. So 354 is our stop loss. 354, 354. Again, if we get a dip, buy and dip. And remember one thing, market will always give you an opportunity. Now it's up to you whether you will make a what you call a reason of not taking that opportunity. You will be in meetings, you will have a phone call, or you will be greedy. Something like that will be there. But market will always give you one opportunity to exit. Never ignore that. So buy and dip towards 355. Target is towards 358 and 361. $361.45. Now, by now, you should be able to understand the fake breakout or fake breakdown. So keep an eye on them. On the same thing, 60-40. And again, tomorrow, if something drastic changes, we'll see. But as of now, I'm really, really solid on the levels because we don't know what happens overnight. So sell below 354. Test of 351.65, which is the 78.6 Fibonacci, and then 343, 46.50. Again, if it comes to 14,435 or 346, I'll be taking a cue to add long here on Nasdaq. Apple. So Apple made almost all-time high on Friday. I think it will continue. But the only concern I have, like, as I said, look at this. This is a dodgy right on the very top. This makes me nervous. Either we need to hold above this level and mark this as a fail, or let it come to 177 area for a possible back test. This is a bad setup for Apple to go long. This dodgy right on the top, it's called Dragonfly Dodgy. It's not good. Okay. So like right now we have, when we are moving up, we have two dodges, one here and one there. So maybe initial cool off and then continuation. So I'm either going to go long above 181, or it should open above 181, or I'm not trying to long here on Apple. So go long if it opens and holds above 181. Again, I'm not shorting this, but if it opens and hold here, so I'm not shorting it, I'm going to make it green. Or I would like to buy in the dip. So maybe there's a dip which happens. So stop loss is 177.30, which is the 38.2 Fibonacci level. So if it happens, it will allow the evening star will get complete once we break 177, and then we go into the gap. Then evening star becomes, but right now it's higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And if I make this into Heikin-Nishi, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 flat bases. So I do not have any reason to worry on the short side. But again, if we lose 181, then things will be really tricky. But the next candle is always made of the average of the four prices. So trend-wise, Apple is solid green, but price level, if it cools off, I think there's an opportunity to add Apple. So I'll be doing buy and dip towards 178 to 180 area. If it comes in this area, I'll be more than happy to add. My targets are 183.35. And Apple usually moves a little slow. 183.35 is an important Fibonacci level. And I think it's the all-time high area as well. Yeah, 183 is the all-time high. So let's see if it can break 183. So I'm giving the same target to 183.35 on both sides. I'm neutral because there's a potential evening star setup. I'm going to mark that potential evening star. I'm going to mark a red for this. AMD. So AMD, I've been suggesting short on AMD since it has rejected from 61.8 Fibonacci. I think it would like to backtest 12 EMA. 12 EMA is right there. Let me just cut down onto some of these. Yes. I just removed one thing. So you will see that this was the 61.8 Fibonacci. This was rejected. And since then, it was trying to find a support at 38. Usually a failure of 38, we come down and do a back test of 23.6 Fibonacci. These are the principle based on which Elliott wave is defined. So now in this case, you can come, you can hit and take a good support here. Or if it holds 118.60 and above, you can try along because then it will be a base which will be recaptured. So AMD, I am going to mark this as short. My stop loss is right there in case it goes up. First target is 114.1, which is the 12 EMA. So 114.1. Second target is 111.31. This is a rejection from 38 and 61.8 Fibonacci level. Now, if it holds, where I've already mentioned, in case 118.6 moves, then you can go long. Like usually this is a stop loss. If the price sustains above the stop loss, it's better to reverse the direction. Do not follow and try to like push that yes, it's gonna move in this direction. So if 118.6 holds, look for 124, 130. See, the benefit of preparing all this is that at any given time during the day, you can see that where my price is hosting, and then based on that, you can make an appropriate decision. And right now, we are not panicked by the market. We do not have market running. We do not have any open positions. So it's easier for us to take a better decision. And that's why I capture all these notes so that tomorrow, when I'm trading, I can just take a note from this information and then trade. Amazon. So Amazon on Friday hit the top, and again, it's making an inverted hammer right there. And inverted hammer at the top is really not a good setup. So let's make a note. So positive, I'll make a neutral. Invert. See, imagine yourself, you're standing on the top and then somebody hits you with a hammer. Pratik crowd is covered in my list. It's at the bottom if you see on my sheet. Inverted hammer. Yep, hammer. Apple is much more clear, but Amazon is inverted hammer for sure. It got rejected right from the top of the regression line. Now, either it comes to 120 and let the 12 EMA catch up. That may be very possible. So I'm gonna say neutral and try to see if there's cool off on either, like the same thing. If you want to buy Amazon at 120 or you want to see if it holds this area. So if you look at the Nasdaq right now, Nasdaq is 0.6 down and ES is 0.6 up. So you will see that companies like Home Depot, Boeing, Caterpillar, they will be pushing the market higher. And companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, they'll be cooling off. Again, I do not want to be risky setup. Let me. Yes. So in this case, it's an inverted hammer. I would like to short this if it goes below 123.50. So Amazon is neutral, but sell below 123.50. Okay. Now it can actually come and hit 120.57. And then 118.47. Is all in red. Stop loss for this will be the high 124.25. But if there's a fake breakdown, keep an eye for fake breakdown and gap fill. If it breaks down and fill the gap, comes to 122.76 and holds 122.76 and holds 122.75, go long. So this can happen anytime during the day. So in case you only buy and you don't buy the puts, you can look out for this opportunity. If it comes to 122.75, it can move. So keep an eye on that. BA. The BA, I've been suggesting this for quite some time now, that yes, it's breaking out, and Friday it did. I think it still has really good potential to move higher. It's a long-term bull flag for me. And we are breaking out of that bull flag. Like the solid breakout will be about 290, but BA is looking solid to me. So I'm going to cover a couple of more Dow Jones companies tonight. So keep an eye on them. So my stop loss for BA is now 211.50. BA is solid 50. So this was my target. So 211.50 is stop loss. Buy above 214. Okay. And above 214 is 219 area. I'll say 216.65 and 219. But when BA runs, it will run few percent. So 219. Above 219, I think there's a massive breakout on BA. So above 219, you see, we have not traded at all. So 219, I think, is a really, really good setup for BA for at least 228. If you want to try BA, this could be like one of the best setups for me. I'm going to mark this in blue. Costco. Now, question is, should I pick Costco or should I pick CAT? CAT has done a bigger move. So I'm going to avoid CAT for now. But Costco, if you see, it's making a bull flag. It's making a bull flag right here. which is really, really solid. Okay. So in this case, 510 is my stop loss, and I think it's getting ready. So again, my theme is tech may take a backseat and these companies may push a little higher. So BA, after BA, I'll be doing Costco. I'll be increasing my stop loss to 510 now. My levels are same, 521, 527. I also want to do one more company. So I'm going to add one row right here, and I'm going to do Home Depot. Home Depot, why I picked up? Because Home Depot was able to break out of this consolidation. 1 second. This was a consolidation which was happening. And finally, after backtesting 38, it broke out the 61 and now holding well above 61. So I expect it to hit 300 pretty soon on HT. So again, my simple theory is next week we'll have more push on the Dow Jones stocks as compared to the tech stocks. Disney is good. It did move with similar setup. Stop loss is 293. Buy near 295. And again, Home Depot has found some level of resistance in the past in this region. So keep an eye on that. I missed Google. I'll cover that. So level wise, I should hit 299. And then 303, 308. So that's my Home Depot. I'm going to remove one of them. Maybe Roblox or maybe now. Google is inverted hammer, but the only caveat here is that it is not at the top. There's a massive consolidation which is happening here. Okay, now when there's a massive consolidation happening, then in this case, I'll not be super negative around this. So I would take, if it holds 123-ish area, which it has held for over more than like 10 days. It's an inside week if you see from a weekly candle. It's an inside week. It's a bull flag for sure, very clearly. Held 38.2 Fibonacci. I think it's looking for 50%. It's definitely looking for the 50% move. It's just a matter of few days. You see, once we were struggling at 107 right there. Once we clear that, boom. And the same pattern, you can see inside week, and then we had the boom. Same thing, inside week. I expectation can be done, but patterns tend to behave. The momentum is solid on Google. It is consolidating. So any tech, if I have to choose, I'll be choosing Google for now. So 123 should be my solid stop loss. 120, I would say 120, 365. Google, I'm now positive. It's an inside week. 123.50. Buy in dip if you can get. Like the solid support is 122.75, I think. 122. Yeah, 122.35. If you can buy in the dip between 123 to 124, that's solid. Same thing like with Apple. Apple, if you want to get a dip, you can get a dip. But for Amazon, I'm not that kind of positive. Same with AMD. PayPal, yes, you can try swing. My target on Google will be right there is 131 and 134. So potential move is coming on Google. 130, 134. Facebook. So Meta did its number of 263 or 273. Again, it's a perfect evening star setup. Now, when you have a perfect evening star setup, you should not fight it. So same thing, if we go below 271, short this and let the 12 EMA get back tested. They have run a lot. So AM Meta, I'm reducing it to neutral, but I'm selling it. And my sell below 271. Stop loss is 273.37, 35. My target will be a small gap. The high is 265, and 257.50. It's a potential, or I will say, this is the gravestone. Gravestone dodgy at the top. At the top of the trend, which is usually a reversal. Now, again, market is so positive that anything can happen. If it holds above 273.50, go long. And then I think 279, 280 is potential 280. So where I'm looking that there's an opportunity on the long side as well, I'm mentioning. Where I think there's a buy the dip opportunity, I'm just mentioning that. So Meta is neutral. Again, neutral meaning it doesn't mean that it cannot sell off. It means that it is solid, but it needs some cool off. Microsoft. I think Microsoft is holding into this region and managing the support line here. So 331 is a good stop loss for Microsoft, 331. Now you can sell below 331.50, sell in case Microsoft dips. But if it doesn't, go long above 335.75 or 338.40, and then I think we have, excuse me, 341.50. Again, the principle is same, that yes, these two tickers have moved a lot, so consolidation can happen. Meta puts 270. Let's see, Nilesh bhai, let's see. Gap fill will happen no matter what, but there is an appropriate time for it. Now, Meta and AMD and Nvidia, they have rallied a lot. So let's check the flow for Meta. Just 1 second. Let me log in. And we can validate all these, right? Okay. Meta. So 250 puts were kind of, let's look at 250 puts. There are only two of them, so I can ignore them. 260 puts, just two of them, I can still ignore them. 270 puts. See, 270 puts are there from here. 328 to 352. Not a significant number, but these were, the price was rising for them. The IV was going down. So it's kind of a mix setup. It started at right here at 10 o'clock, 270 puts at 340, and the IV was 33. Then it was getting added, 370. Now we need to see what was the open interest here and what will be the open interest tomorrow. So the open interest was 978. So if we have more than 5,000 here, then I'll consider this as put buying. But I think most of it, DKNG, Steven, I don't do DKNG. We don't know whether these were sold or exited at this time. Because if you look at 300, there is like 300 and 300 lots multiple times. So I really don't know whether they were sustained or they were closed after that day. So tomorrow morning, we should be able to see, or after 12 o'clock in the night, you'll be able to see the open interest change. Then I have Netflix. So let's look at the Netflix option flow as well. So Netflix open interest is 609, 400 calls, 400 puts. These were 440 calls, just two of them. So not really big. $440 calls, 142. Not significantly big. You see, one thing which I really want to show you. 930, 440 calls were added. The IV was right there. The price of the stock was 402. Now it is 930, 939. The price moved up. The IV moved up. Calls and the stock price moved up. So this was usually an addition. Now at this time, 440 at 11 o'clock, IV is coming down and there's nothing whether it's a buy or sold. It was sold at a mid price. So a little confusing, but it is still higher than this price. IV has come down. The price has come down, which shows that these are being sold. These are being written. Same thing. 404. Now the price has gone up. Does the price of option gone up? A little less. Last time it was 440, it was 175. This is 140. So it is losing the momentum pretty quickly. So these were definitely sold. Okay. So you need to be thorough in understanding that the IV should go down, the price should go down, the price of the underlying equity should go down, and understand that. So I don't see a significant like the 550 calls which are in future for 2025 and they are calendar spread. So I'm going to ignore them. Yep. So there's nothing significant as of now. Microsoft 330 puts are added in the last few seconds. So let's see. But again, this is very limited position. This is 359 and about 150,000 added. Not a great position, but very simple position of 1,000 lots. So tomorrow in the morning, if you get an opportunity, look out for there are puts which are added here on Friday as well. Now we just need to see whether there is an addition here or these were sold. So if we see an open interest higher than this, it means the addition was there. All right. So not significant on Microsoft either. So let's look at now Netflix level. And guys, you will only be able to comprehend all this if you will spend time and understand it. So Netflix is an inside day. 394 is a really, really big make or break area. So I would wait if 394.50 is held on Netflix. 394.50. If it holds, I would love to buy a dip, buy near 394.50 only. And my target will be 405 and 411. Inside day up. Now inside day down, break below 394.50, sell for, there's a gap which needs to be filled, plus there's a 12 EMA back test. So the high in this case is 383.75 and 376. It's red in the line. Again, I'm reducing it to neutral, but it's an inside day. So if an opportunity comes in, try to use this. Now I'm removing it for now. NVIDIA, I was short on NVIDIA AMD on Friday, and I think it's getting rejected from 398. At this time, it was an inverted hammer, which we just saw on Amazon. Same thing is setting up right here. So but the only thing is it's basing in this zone, and the move in NVIDIA comes pretty quickly. So 395-ish is my stop loss on NVIDIA. Come on. 395. Sell near 394.95. Or I'll say 398 is an appropriate stop loss. 398. Target, come on. Target should be 380. The previous low was 383. 383.5. And then, see, end of the day, we want to just do a back test here. 372. So potential is there on NVIDIA sell. That's why I'm more focused on BA, Costco, Google, Home Depot. These are my better trades for tomorrow if I'm looking to go long. Roblox, I'm going to ignore Roblox because it has done its move. Let's add crowd. Crowd is interesting. So crowd has an inside day and it's coming to a back test. After the bad earnings, it recaptured this and it moved really nicely. Usually a back test of 12 EMA will be really solid. And 149 if it holds. So instead of Roblox, let's add crowd. Let me insert one row here. Here, WD, reducing it to neutral. Crowd moved up after the earnings. So if it holds 149, then it should be fine. Otherwise, I'm gonna sell this. Buy near 149, 150. Target is 154, 159. And sell below 149 for 145, 139. It's an inside day. So both sides can happen. So market red. Roblox is gone. So let me remove Roblox. PayPal, I think PayPal, Square, Visa, MasterCard, they're getting for a good setup for a good move. It has moved from 58 to 63. It's setting up for a good W. Stop loss is 62.75. PayPal 62.75. Any dip, just add them. Buy and dip to 63.50, 64 area. Targets are 66.35 and then 66.35. That's good. So PayPal is interested to move. So is Crowd. I'm not covering, as I said last time. If you have a chart, please bring your chart. I'm not covering anything outside. Snow, I'm spending almost an hour, and as of now, only one person has shown interest to show me the chart. If you are not interested to bring in the chart, that's fine. So Snow moved really good on Friday and made a hammer on the top, inverted hammer on the top. Again, it has shown significant move after the earnings of 142 and base, and same thing, it came to that important area of 23 Fibonacci. Now, I think it should do a back test right here before do a further move. So Snow as of now is not a good setup to trade. I would avoid Snow for now. Instead, I may add ITC or Baba. So Baba is right here. It needs to come out of this long-term regression channel. It's holding the 12 EMA, 34 EMA. I think if we can break above 85, Baba. So I'm going to add Baba here. Insert above. Now, if you look at this is the same hammer, but it is not coming from like the top. We are still at the bottom region. So I would consider this as all right. 82.70 is my 12 EMA. So that should be my stop loss. 82.70. I really want to add if it comes around 84. Buy near 84. My targets will be 85.35 and 87.25. Chinese stocks can show momentum now because tech has moved a lot on US side. So Chinese stocks can actually show some positive momentum. So all the B's and H, they are my core areas for tomorrow. Snow, I am removing. Tesla, Tesla hit exactly that 218 area and then came down. I think Tesla has legs. Now, 61.8 Fibonacci level is an excellent area. 208 was an area where it has found the resistance in the past. So this should provide a good solid support, or I would say 210 to 11 area. So every dip on Tesla should be bought. So this was blue last time and we hit 213 from 201. I don't know how many of you used it, but it was right there. Now 210 is a stop loss. Buy in dip 212, 214. It goes around that area. Target is 219, which is 218, 90 and 225.75. Sorry, I'm just UNH. We discussed UNH in the past, and I mentioned about the breakout on this 500 was the target. We talked about 481 multiple times. It broke out and then massive move. If you were trading UNH, you would have made money on UNH. 500 is the base. I think we are looking towards 516, 505 and 517 on UNH. So now stop loss is 496, buy near 499, 505 and 570. This is my list. So guys, if anybody of you is interested to share your charts, I can invite you. But if not, I'm not going to cover any tickers because I want you to participate. It feels really bad if I'm the only one who's speaking all the time. Hacker, I've shared the Zoom link. You can join in. Anybody who wants to share their charts can join in. Nilesh bhai, you want to share something?
Yes, bhai, I do. Hold on one second.
Okay, let me just stop sharing and you can share. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on.
See, Starbucks, Netflix, all of them, not Netflix, Nike, they all moved on Friday because there was a momentum in those stocks. So they will have a flat base. IWM.
Yeah, bhai, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I know IWM, it's been consolidating for a while, and it looks like it's on Friday it closed above the 50 Fibonacci. So just wanted to kind of get your thoughts. When I look at DMI, I don't see that trend. Like the trend is still around.
It's
like
building
10.
up. It's building up for sure.
You think it's building up? Okay.
Yes.
So I have a feeling that it'll try to get towards the 61% Fibonacci. But I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on as a swing trade, basically, not as a day type trade.
Okay, let me just check on my system 1 second.
Okay.
IWM, for me, it's like you have only this one to show?
Yeah, today just IWM, yes.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah,
so let me
because the other ones you already covered.
Okay, then can you stop sharing?
Yeah, I will. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. So you see on my chart, I see it's taking over this gap, which was filled, which was held for a long time. Okay, and we consolidated in this piece. So I think 185 and then 194 are on the cards for IWM.
Okay, thank you, Mike. That's kind of what I wanted to find out. So I appreciate it.
Yes, that's why I'm focusing on more of those companies. Like I mentioned about airlines. I mentioned.
Yeah, you had kind of mentioned about airlines. Is it the same with all the hospitality, like Marriott and stuff like that, or you were just focused on airlines?
Yes, all of them.
All of them. Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problems. Yes, Vivek. PT, I'm not able to allow you to speak or something.
Hi, Naval bhai.
Yes.
I wanted to share my screen.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
It's coming, yes.
Okay. First, I wanted to confirm it with you whether can I consider this as a bear channel, like bearish channel, for example, like for this is for Amazon. It came down like from 2022, and as of now, it is going on the in the form of channel, and it got rejected perfectly over here. So, can we consider this as a bear channel, like this
I
pattern?
will not say this is a bear channel, but a rejection for sure. There are gaps which needs to be filled, plus EMAs needs to be back tested. That's why if you look at my sheet today, Amazon, I have a sell.
Yes. So you can't consider this as a bearish channel by like, for
No,
example, it came
no,
down and it is in going up as in channel.
no, it's not a bearish channel. It's an upward channel.
Okay. Oh, okay.
See, from left to right, it's going up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's
But like when I looked at like some, sorry, not bearish channel. I meant to say bear flag.
no, it's not a bear flag.
This is not a bear flag. Like it came from down and again it is going in the form of this one now.
No.
Okay. Okay.
See, bear
So,
flag is up to 23%, 26%, not from like 50% of the move.
oh, okay. Okay, that's what I wanted to confirm this. And like as you just said, like IWM is going to go little like it got strength now because it is at the bottom, like it is at the lows as of now. But NQ and like ESR, like they will cool down and like IWM will go higher.
IWM
So,
Dow Jones will move up, yes.
any suggestion by like in any particular stock, like in IWM, for example, in ES, Apple has higher this one like that.
See, I
IWM.
just mentioned a couple of stocks. I mentioned about Boeing, Costco, Home Depot. You can look at the similar companies in IWM.
Okay, okay. Oh, thanks, bro. Yeah, that's it from. I wanted to get a confirmation this one if I can
I
come.
also mentioned about airlines. You can look at airlines, Marriott, or it's like even IWM itself is a good trade.
Mm-hmm. It's just the index.
Yes.
Yeah, even I was thinking the same one, Nalva. So I wanted to ask Nalva, like for example, like as of now, like just today, the OPEC had like it said like it.
Ignore it. Like I have told you many times, ignore the news. But I don't know why you're stuck with the news. Just ignore them.
Okay, don't go near oil.
You don't. Can you control that? The answer is no.
No, yeah.
Why you want to bring that information which you cannot control? The only thing you can control is the price which is in front of you and the decision you want to make, whether you want to buy or not. Anything which is outside of your control, just ignore it. Just trust on your levels. Why you want to like keep on, and that's what I posted in the group as well. That people keep on reading the Twitter accounts, keep on reading the articles, and then they fill their mind with noise and
Yes.
information, which is not required at all. If you're trading Home Depot, what is the world you need to do with the crude? Nothing.
Okay. And recently I started trading this one Navalpai, like because I was having like I was getting few losses in stocks because they're not at all going according to my level. So I started trading like TLT options. Do you think like is it a good suggestion by like I wanted to get your opinion because like as of
TLT is
now,
good. TLT is fine.
okay, as of now I got like something like 100 puts, $100 puts for 2 weeks out. And they are like $40 each, 40 cents each as of now.
It's showing as an evening star, but we are at the bottom. So I doubt Ki will go down like this.
Okay.
But let's see tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Because I was thinking like as the Fed is going to increase the interest rate.
Again, you are thinking why you want to think which are in not your control. Don't assume things. That's what I'm trying to convey. In front of you, the screen is clearly telling you it's an evening star, right? Now, the second condition is the evening star at the top? The answer is no. It is right at the bottom area. Consider that. What Fed will not do, what Russia will do, what Ukraine will do, what OPEC will do. Avoid that.
Okay. Just trade
That's why
according
you
to
will
the
not be able
levels.
to make money because you're thinking too much of unnecessary things.
Yeah, but
Because this is in front of you, right? It
Mhm.
tells you there's an evening star. You made a trade based on that.
Yeah.
It will succeed or it will fail. Okay. Now, the chances of failures are more because you are at the bottom area. But if it finds support, then you can have a bigger downside because it will break that region. So you need to trust on your price in front of you. What OPEC will do, what I will do, what you will do, just ignore that.
Okay, but no, I did this. I don't know if it is right or wrong. I wanted to get your opinion because
It's
of the
not a
debt
problem. Again,
ceiling.
like it's you are seeing this, right?
Yeah,
You should use this information which is in
that's
front
it.
of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And use it and make a trade based on that information. It's like I will have a dream that I'm going to be a billionaire by tomorrow. I'm going to win the Mega Millions Lotto, and then I'm going to win the Powerball. What's the harm in that? And what's the harm in imagining the same thing about Fed and OPEC? It's just
Yes.
illusion world, which keeps us happy. Just get out of that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm still testing these bonds. This one, but I expect
Yeah.
like the value will go down, so I just got few puts. Yeah.
Mr. Rana, I've already done Google, so you need to
Thanks.
check it in the video later on.
That's it from my side, bhai.
No
Thank you.
problems. Mr. PT, I cannot unmute you. I don't know what you want to. I don't see your mic or something. So, Raghu, go ahead.
Can you hear me, Naval?
Yes.
Okay. Can I share my screen?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. On Tesla on daily, the DMI looks like it's on the overbought.
How did you decide it's an overbought?
No, I'm just looking like on the like a previous highs, except on this last year it was around 414.
See, look at the white line, which is your strength line.
Yeah,
It's just starting to catch up.
Okay.
And it can go really high.
Okay. Yeah, and now if we see like green at top here, that white was at low, so now it is catching up. Okay.
You can always like compare it in the past, but compare all the three vectors, not only the one factor.
Okay. Yeah. So
And
yeah.
you see that in the past, it has tried to break out of that channel. It has failed right at the last 3 moments. This time it broke out.
Okay.
So it should hit some more.
Okay.
225-ish is something I expect.
Okay. And this week? Okay. And my regression channel is correct?
Yes, it's coming from top to bottom and it's fine. Yes.
Yeah. And Fibonacci, I should do it from this year, from here?
See, in this case, you are not looking at Fibonacci extension. You should be looking at Fibonacci retracements.
Okay. Oh, it's going up. Okay.
Retracements.
Okay. From here?
No, from the middle top to the bottom. Yep, to the bottom. And you will exactly see 208, the level came, right?
Yeah.
And now it's 232.
Yeah, 232.
Yep, it should hit 232, 25, 232.
230, yeah, 50, it across 50%, and it broke this channel of this major red line also.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Naval.
Mr. PT, let me just try, see if I can allow you to share. Yes, you can speak now and you can share your screen if you want.
Hi, can you able to hear me now?
I can hear you now, yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Go ahead and share your screen.
Okay, how will I, because I was not seeing the share button.
You should be able to see now.
Doesn't say me share button. I can just see your screen says Navaldeep Sikka.
You should be able to share the screen.
Nowhere the option comes to share my screen.
Okay, then let's do one thing. Let me open the chart on my end. Tell me what was your question?
So actually on the NVIDIA, so first of all, thank you very much. I was just going your very first video on the technical analysis, what you did. And based on that, I was just going through the NVIDIA, and what I see now that NVIDIA is now holding very high resistance at the 394.11. I think you gave the support, but I just wanted to clarify that the chart what I draw is correct. And now I'm saying that if I do the put or short the Nvidia, my stop loss would be 394.11 and first target would be like 390.58. And if that is not holding, my second target would be 386.89.
Yes, you're on the right lines. Levels a little like close, but because I do not see your screen, depending on where you put in your Fibonacci
I
levels.
would love to see, because I was just this chart I draw on very first video you did it on I think 2 years or 3 years back, like how to understand the candle and then the trend line and
Right.
then the Fibonacci, right? And it is so I was so amazed that while I was drawing the chart. So that's why I just wanted to say thank you very much.
No problem here.
So and then
Glad
I
it was
just
useful. So
yeah,
do
it was
one
very
thing. You
useful.
can.
Actually.
Are you in my Telegram community?
I am in your Telegram community. Yeah, that is P Hacker, right? What you are saying, but my
No, my
Zoom account is
community is
PP.
Turban Trader.
Oh no, then which I don't know if you have any other community.
I don't have any other community. I only have Turban Trader.
Turban Trader, right? Yeah.
Yes,
So I
it's
am there
on
already there.
Twitter.
On
And
Twitter also I'm there. Yeah.
so
I'm following.
share me your chart there. I'll just validate it.
Okay, sure, bye. Thank you very much.
No problems. Anything else?
And
No.
Naval, I just had a quick question. Like
Yes.
you were very bullish on UNH, right?
Yes.
So I just wanted to find out their competitors like Eli Lilly, Johnson and Johnson, Merck. Are those also you bullish on, or just UNH?
I have not checked their charts, so
Okay.
I really don't know, because I do not trade these companies pretty much. UNH, it's one of the companies I trade.
Oh, okay. That's what I was curious about. Thanks. I'll look at the other ones as well.
All right, guys. So thank you for joining in. I hope this was useful. And anybody who wants to join my community, the links are shared on Twitter. You can search for my Telegram community and you can find and join in.
And by you were saying that you would be going to take some options classes, right? When
I
are you
want to do, but I'm just trying to find time from my
Okay.
right now. Like I had time because I was out yesterday and in the morning. So in the evening I had time, so I was
Okay.
able to do it. But I really need to find time so that I can schedule a session.
Okay,
Because
sure.
I
I
need
would love to join that one.
Sure. The point is my kids needs to be playing
I know.
outside so that I can focus on this.
That's true.
So that's what I'm trying to find. If they have any class, something, and my wife can take them there, and then I can do
Yeah.
it.
I know.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and all the
Thank
best for
you.
tomorrow, everybody.